Everybody, what is going on? These are my NLCS ALCS predictions of who is going to the World Series. These are going to be two outstanding series. I'm going to tell you that right now. Two outstanding series, and I can't wait to see how all these unfold. And the best part, I have no rooting interest one bit. It'd be cool to see some of these matchups go either way, but, honestly, I really don't care who wins. If any of these four teams win, great. I know a lot of people don't want the Dodgers or Yankees, but I'm not one of those people. I mean, I think that I have so much respect for the players that they have, and they're doing their job. I mean, they're all getting the job done, and you got to respect, all four of these teams. At the end of the day, two teams got to advance, two teams go home. So I'm gonna dive into that. Let's start with the NLCS. We got the New York Mets at the Los Angeles Dodgers, or at least the Dodgers get the home field advantage throughout the series. The Dodgers, they come into this NLCS as the number one seed. They've battled through some injuries, but at the end of the day, they're showcasing they're one of the most dangerous teams, if not the most dangerous team in baseball. Obviously, they got Shohei Ohtani on that team, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. They can break open a game anytime, any day of the week. And the pitching staff has faced some challenges. The bullpen's been stepping up again, especially against the Padres in that NLDS Game 5 especially. And they proved that they can handle the high-pressure situations. The series is going to test the depth of both these teams, I feel like. And especially the Dodgers pitching. I mean, the experienced core, I think they have what it takes to win this series. Now we look at the Mets. I mean, they've been on like a Cinderella run. They've been the 6th seed, obviously. They took down two division winners, being the Milwaukee Brewers and the Philadelphia Phillies, and they stunned their division rival, the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, in 4 games during the NLDS. That was just an amazing series, honestly. For Francisco Lindor, obviously, especially Pete Alonso. I mean, the Mets can show that they've showed they can hang with anybody. I mean, they got their starting rotation, obviously, as Kodai Senga, Luis Severino, Sean Mania. I mean, that's just been their bullpen depth is the main concern, and I think that this is a clash of the heavyweights. And what it comes down for me, guys, I mean, I know the Mets have been on a magical ride, and the Dodgers, they've also had some postseason struggles. I think the Dodgers can handle that Mets bullpen, and honestly, guys, I was so freaking close. But here's why I was thinking the Mets. If you look at the last few years, the team that has knocked out the Brewers, if I'm not mistaken, you go back to that 2017. Yeah, since 2018. I mean, every team that's knocked out the Brewers has played or won played in or won the World Series. And the Mets obviously took down the Brewers. So, could that magic continue? Absolutely. And look, I went so back and forth on this, but I think the Dodgers' depth, their power, and also they're kind of on like a mission because they've had a bad taste in their mouth from, the last couple years. And I think this is where they right the ship and get back to the World Series, and they are the National League champions. Because the Mets, props to them, it's their Cinderella team. I mean, I know pretty much everybody wants them to win this series. But I think Dodgers, they just have too much, firepower on that team, and I just think they're going to come out on top. But you never know. I mean, you got to have luck on your side, and you just got to be hot at the right time. So I'm going to pick the Dodgers to actually beat the Mets in 7 games in this series. Now we go to the ALCS, arguably a better series. We got the Cleveland Guardians at the New York Yankees, or at least, like I said, the Yankees have home field advantage. But they entered the ALCS after a grueling, hard-fought series against the Royals. I think every game was decided by 2 runs or fewer, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the offense is heating up at the right time, and that's why I have a lot of faith in this Yankees team. I mean, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Giancarlo Stanton, they've been carrying the load. And obviously Garrett Cole, Carlos Rendon, Clark Schmidt. Those are huge advantages for the Yankees in their starting rotation. And the Guardians, they got an elite bullpen as well. I mean, they've been one of the most resilient teams in the entire league. I mean, the Tigers series, they were down 2-1. It ain't no fluke. I mean, Jose Ramirez and Steven Kwan, they've been leading their offense. Emmanuel Clase is one of the best. And I think the pitching is going to keep them competitive in pretty much every game this series. I mean, here's what the deciding factor for me is, because I was going back and forth on this as well. The Guardians have the fight and the pitching to push the Yankees to the absolute limit. But the Yankees have a deeper rotation. They have home field advantage, which in baseball, I mean, I throw that out the window. I mean, the playoffs are just a dogfight. But a deeper rotation for the New York Yankees, I think that they're star power, their ability to come through in the clutch is going to be tested big time against this Guardians pitching staff. And I think they're going to get it done. I got the New York Yankees being the AL champions of 2024. How about that? First time since, was it 2009 that they're going to be AL champions? I mean, they haven't won in, 15, 16 years. So, I mean, that'd be a great moment for, obviously, the city of New York and just their franchise. I mean, they're competing for a 28th title. I think that these are going to be two great series, 7-game series, man. The two favorites are going to win, but it's going to be a dogfight. And honestly, I am telling you right now, I'm probably going to regret one of these, or if not both of these picks, because these were so tough to pick, guys. But I'm going to go with the Dodgers and the Yankees to meet in the World Series. So it's a battle of big markets, the biggest markets. And I know a lot of people don't like that. Honestly, I think it's great for baseball. I think it's going to be an absolute, like a show of star power and just like baseball at its best. So honestly, I would just enjoy it if I'm a baseball fan. I mean, you can't really say that it's rigged or anything for these two. I mean, these two teams have not been as much success in the postseason as they used to back in, obviously the Yankees in the 2000s and the Dodgers back in the 80s, and I guess even 2020 if you want to count that. But yeah, this is going to be a great series, man. So looking forward to seeing it, man. Obviously, the Bengals, they play tonight, so if that doesn't go well, I might have to tune into the ALCS, or the NLCS. So, appreciate you guys watching. I'll have a Buckeyes recap out, because I know that they lost, and that just breaks my heart. But I'll have a Buckeye recap out sometime next week. Bengals postgame probably tomorrow, but I will have my World Series prediction when these series ends, which hopefully is not anytime soon, because that would mean a longer series, and then we see what we see. But you guys take care. Have a good one, everybody.